Welcome back to another episode of Virtual Huddle. I'm your host, Justin Mark. Hey, what's going?
Hey man, I'm doing good. My Lakers are in the playoffs and we won our first round series.
Mm.
Man, I'm ecstatic right now, man. Even though I know we're gonna lose, I'm ecstatic right now. Okay, how you feeling?
Wow, Mark, you feel like y'all gonna lose? I mean, it's been a pretty good first round so far. A lot of intrigue, a lot of surprises. I'm ready to talk about it, man.
Some upsets too, man. Some upsets too.
Yeah.
Speaking of first round, you know what I'm saying? We gotta we know we react to a lot of things, but we have the first thing I've ever seen, first of this I've ever seen in my life, a player reacting to a series. Uh
On
Jaylen
Twitch.
Brown went live on Twitch last night to review some calls and give his opinion. So let's just check that out real quick. Screen, good dead space right here.
He was itching to go live.
Itching. Like, come on, man.
Gosh.
Knowing you played boo this whole series.
Yeah, I need oh yeah, we need audio for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is my personal opinion on basketball. Some of y'all might disagree. You know what I mean? But argue with your grandma. Flopping has ruined our game. Joel Embiid is a great player, one of the best bigs in basketball history. Flops. You know it. This ain't breaking news.
He looked
This ain't-
into him.
It is what it is. I can clip it up. Like I said, I can post it on these paid accounts that y'all these bot whatever.
Mm.
Wow, bro.
So
That's
he wanted this
crazy,
to get back
bro.
to Embiid, huh?
That's
Pretty much,
crazy,
and
bro.
along with that, he went back and said things like the refs targeted him. He had more offensive foul calls than anybody else in the first round.
Mm.
You know, he just caught out flopping and said that pretty much the refs had an agenda. Those were exact words from him. How do y'all feel about that? First, the player going live in general to go review the series, I guess, and two, just,
Mhm.
thoughts on his comments.
So I'll take this one off. I'll go with the Embiid comment. To me, you talk about Embiid flopping, but towards the end of the game in Game 7, you was trying your hardest to put your shoulder into somebody and draw a foul. The flopping thing, y'all know I'm a Shea fan. I really don't agree with flopping in general. If you can't guard me, you just can't guard me. Like you mad at Embiid flopping and Jaylen Brown, you're guarding him. Like you think you can guard Embiid? Like let's be serious. No, none of y'all was gonna be able to guard Embiid anyway. So to me, the flopping comments, that's personally crazy to me. But I would do the same thing if I lost to somebody. I talk all the trash in the world. So I understand where he's coming from, but to just call out Embiid like that, I think that's crazy.
Yeah, I think Jaylen Brown is just trying to, do the classic deflecting from the fact that his team, he was the guy this year. No Tatum. There was no Tatum, and they blew a 3-1 lead. So he's obviously salty about that, but he did say this was the best season of the most fun he's had. I think that's what his quote was. But yeah, I just think he's deflecting from the obvious fact that they blew a 3-1 lead and they were the favorites to come out the East. So he's just salty. He's just salty. That's what I think.
It's crazy to me, bro. Like you talk about Embiid flopping and you shooting 71% from the free throw line game. Like that to me, like this wouldn't be a problem if you showed up in this series like you was showing up in the regular season. It seemed like y'all needed Tatum, but you know, that's unfortunate. But to me, I think the most damning comments personally was like the referees and saying like the refs were targeting him and all of that. To me, I don't see how you can say that when y'all went like 13 for 50 from three. Last night, you kicked the ball out to Peyton Pritchard for a wide open corner three that could have took y'all to lead with like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he missed. Derek White was probably one of the worst shooters in all of this playoffs. Like, you gonna blame them? Are you just gonna
Uh,
keep blaming the refs, keep blaming the team that you play? Jaylen Brown, you want to be a number one option, so you gotta act like a number one option. See, this is why when people were saying Jaylen Brown better than Tatum, Jaylen Brown should be the number one. I was never on that train because you don't only have to play like a number one, you also have to act like a number one too. This What Jaylen Brown is doing, he's acting like a role player. He's acting like someone who's never been in that number one situation. So to me, you just gotta take it on the chin and be a man about it, bro. You just gotta take it on the chin.
I mean, so more, I guess, going into that series, we got Knicks and Philly.
Mm.
You know, Knicks coming off a pretty easy series. They didn't really have the best series, but obviously they didn't have to.
Mhm.
They took care of Atlanta after, that little fluke couple games that Atlanta won. It seemed like then we got the Sixers who, like we just discussed, beat the Celtics in game 7. But what do we know? How you feel about this series? How you feel like it's gonna go? Do you think this fatigue is gonna catch up with the Sixers, the quick turnaround?
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let you get this one because I want to talk about this series because this may be my favorite. So I'll let you go first.
Okay, so today is Monday, and it feels like Philly played yesterday, but the game was actually Saturday. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah, the game was Saturday, so now they play again Monday today. So a quick turnaround. But it's a lot going on. I don't think they have no one to guard Embiid, so he'll be able to get what he wants the whole series. But of course, who's gonna guard Brunson? Edgecombe, I guess. Paul George, he has been playing pretty good on defense.
George.
This game, I think, it's gonna be it's a tricky one to pick because it's so you never know with Embiid. He was limping at the end of game 7. You know if he's gonna play every game. I mean, but I like the Knicks because they're just I trust Brunson, you know, being on the court and doing this thing more than I trust Embiid. So
Hmm.
I go Knicks in 6 because I feel like Embiid will probably miss a game or two. That's just what he does. I hate to say it, but that's just his history. But
Yeah.
that's what I think. I had to go with Phil. I had to go with the Knicks in 6.
Unfortunately, that is true what you said. I feel like Embiid is the X factor, even though he's potentially the best player in the series when healthy. He's the X factor. If Embiid and the Sixers are playing like they played the last 2.5 games, they are to me, I think they can beat the Knicks. But I think the Knicks probably have like too many options to throw at Maxi. You can throw hard at Maxi. You can do the 94 feet thing with Mikal Bridges and just annoy him. I don't think OG will probably get him this series, but once they off the floor, you got Jose Alvarado. So Tyrese Maxey, he's gonna be tasked with a lot. VJ need I understand he's a rookie. VJ needs to be more consistent. Sometimes he looks like the third best player on his team. Sometimes it's like, man, I want to play Quentin Grimes over you. So VJ has to show up. Paul George has been amazing. To me, Paul George looked better than Tatum and Brown in that Celtics
Mm.
series. I'm pretty sure Paul George was averaging 20 and he was playing some of the best defense I've seen since them OKC years. But this really just like depend on Embiid. For New York though, to me, you say you trust Brunson. I'm not saying I don't trust Brunson. I just seen in a Hawk series, OG Anunoby and Karl Anthony Towns be like the best players in the series. And it's like, Jaylen, we gonna need you to tee up this series. If Jaylen does what he does and the Knicks play how they've been playing, I think the Knicks probably win in 5 or 6. But it all just depends because Mikal Bridges has been terrible throughout this playoffs too. So it just depends on who's consistent and who's not. And I think I'm betting on New York being more consistent than the 76ers. So I'm going New York in probably 5 or 6, unfortunately.
Mm.
Wow. I guess I'm gonna be the first one to take Philly, huh?
Wow,
Mm.
I
I
like
want to
Philly
if
in
I
6.
can.
The reason I like Philly in 6, I think Embiid's injury luck is gonna work in his favor this time. That happens. I just think, like y'all said, there's not many. I mean, the matchups. I think either way it goes, it's gonna get ugly. It's really gonna be an offensive battle. I think because I mean, who's Brunson gonna guard? I mean, I know we got VJ, and we say that might be the weakest link on the team because
Hmm.
after you go above VJ, you run into post problems, right? Like Kelly Oubre, PG, they going straight to the post. And, even though Kelly Oubre isn't the most skilled scorer, you put a 6-foot person on him, he's probably gonna,
Yeah, he's gonna
do
be
all
able
right.
to do something. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least Brunson probably to guard VJ, which I mean, not to say VJ's gonna average, 30 this series, nothing like that, but I think that's a matchup that Philly might like, especially if VJ is shooting the ball well, where he can't just, let him shoot.
Mhm.
I just think that I don't trust Mikal Bridges. I was having
Me
this
either.
conversation the other day. I mean, because I feel like, okay, we can say Brunson and Maxey, they probably gonna equal each other's production this series.
Mm-mm.
Same with Cat and Embiid if healthy, right? It comes down to Josh Hart,
Mm.
Mikal Bridges, and OG versus Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and VJ, and of course the supporting cast, the bench players, the starting five at least. That's what's gonna come down to. And I just like Philly in that regard, especially. I mean, obviously, in the perfect world, right? Mikal Bridges playing well, Paul George playing well. For both teams, it looks different, but uh, based on what we've been seeing, I just trust Paul George to play well at this point. I think his playoff woes are behind him. He don't have to be the number one guy, so he can just
Mhm.
kind of be out there. I mean, he's what, number 3 right now, and if VJ's having a good game, he can slide down to 4, and he can just
Exactly.
guard. So he stays healthy. He don't get any nicks and bruises or whatever. I think he's gonna be a good contributor, and that's why I think I have Philly pulling off the upset.
So I do have a question for you. Even though I want Philly to win, like I want Philly to win like 100%. I'm pretty sure all of us probably want Philly to win, but I would just question the depth with the seven. I'm not. I understand we got some legacy threes from Andre Drummond, but the only thing that's coming off that bench is Drummond, Imes, and what Carson Edwards. I'm just not high on that. I'm not high on that bench at all. And what I'm looking at, Maxey's averaging 41 minutes. Oh, George is averaging 37 minutes a game. I don't think y'all understand what the 76ers were doing in those last like 3 games. They said we're putting Paul George, Maxey, all of them out there for 40 plus minutes, and we're gonna try to win these games. So I just don't know how that will work specifically, but I hope they do win because I don't trust New York's supporting cast either. I don't trust Jordan Clarkson. I just don't. Who else they got coming off the bench for them? Jose, I do trust. I like Jose, and I'm not. Is Mitchell healthy this series?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think so.
they have
This
Mitchell,
McBride,
Yeah,
but will Mitchell start
Mitchell
this
and
series? Don't
McBride. Yeah,
know.
yeah, Mitchell and McBride. I trust Mitchell and McBride and Jose over the two that's coming off the bench primarily for them. But I understand
Yeah,
your
he got
sentiment though.
Quentin Grimes. Yeah, I agree. The thing is, the thing with me is Carl Towns. They'll try not to put him on Embiid, but a Carl Towns anchored defense. I mean, Maxie should be able to get into the lane and just lay it up on Carl Towns. Not like Carl Towns, he'll foul you, but he's not trying to do much else. So, but that could be a key too. Like Embiid can get him in early foul trouble. If you get Cat off the floor, you have Robinson then, and that changes everything because Robinson hangs out under the rim and Cat's at 3-point line. So I think
Yeah,
and so
Cat
I
does
is
think
gonna
that.
have
they'll
to make them work.
I think they'll end up starting Cat alongside Mitchell Robinson just to have him on Embiid.
Who have Mitch Robinson on Embiid,
Yeah, just to put Mitchell Robinson on him because Cat, you don't want Cat on him. Cat, he love to
but then does
commit
that
dumb foul.
leave? So you gonna leave Cat on who, PG?
Cat can
Probably Oubre. Probably
yeah, I was gonna
Oubre.
say you can guard Oubre,
Yeah,
But
that's
hold
that's
on,
the
where we going though? Okay,
and then
so
they'll
who's
have the
that leave
two
out of the
wings.
lineup?
I think New York lineup would be
So you gonna sit Josh Hart or Mikal Bridges?
yeah, sit hard
yeah.
because they'll
You'll
probably
Sit
put
probably
Hart.
sit hard.
Embiid on Hart. They might do that. Put
Okay, but
Embiid on Hart and
what
just sag
about
off him.
so who does Brunson guard then?
Brunson.
VJ?
I
Bronson's
mean,
probably
yeah,
gonna
he'll
guard
have
VJ.
to try to guard him, I guess. Yeah, you gonna have to hide him somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It don't look good for the Sixers for real. Honestly, like we're trying to like make these hypothetical, like, well, not hypothetical, but these matchups for them, and it just I don't know because the thing
What you
is, you're
mean?
talking about who is Kelly Oubre, who is Maxi in these, who is Maxi guarding Macau
Yeah,
in
he'll
this
probably
scenario,
guard Bridges.
Bridges been
and
self-checked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like this series, I could see it going either way, but I just trust the Knicks more. I don't like the chance of Embiid playing every game, and then
that's
Paul
the
George gonna
serious part.
disappear a couple games. Paul George, he might not show up tonight.
That's crazy, bro. But
Yeah, off
yeah,
peak.
I see it. I can see it going either way, but I think New York is probably gonna handle this in like
Yeah,
5, 6.
it'll be a good story if Philly win, but I don't got any faith in it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next series. Uh, Another game tonight. This one I think will be interesting. Well, actually, first of all, my bad. Let me back that up. We got some unfinished business to take care of in that last series too.
Mm,
We talked about the matchup inside. It's a big matchup. Okay, I think you just pretty much said they wouldn't be matched up, but I think I'd like to see a little bit of this come back. I don't think
yeah.
it'd be
Oh
too
yeah.
bad.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like to close the games out, you probably don't
No, no,
have to
no, no, no,
have
no, 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 no. I mean,
He's being
some of
nasty
this,
right now. He's being nasty right now.
some of this, K.
See, look, he had the 5 in this clip, so eventually he gonna have to guard him.
Yeah,
That is true.
shout out
Jeff
my
You
Teague
boy
is
looking
in
Jeff
at
every
Teague,
moment, man.
you can put Ben Simmons, yeah,
young Al Horford, young
and
Wiggins.
Al Horford. That's a nasty lineup.
What we got going down there?
Whoa.
See, nah, we ain't doing that, bro. We ain't doing that, bro.
Yeah, they do have that history. Look, he's on the
Getting
ground
choked,
choking him.
getting choked out is crazy.
But
Getting choked out is
that's not
crazy,
what we here
though.
for. You know what I'm saying? This what
He threw a punch.
we there. We there. Hey,
Look at
they
Jeff.
said Jeff, they said Jeff T can't save Embiid this time.
He can't.
They said Embiid gonna have to see all that cat work. So
Pause. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Eventually, like probably in the fourth quarter, bro, like they'll probably had to
yeah,
close with Cat at the 5. But that's the thing,
how it's
like
gonna look.
Josh Hart, I think Josh Hart, man, cause you put Josh Hart out there and you put Embiid on him and he can just sag in the paint. I'm just not a fan of that. I think Josh Hart get his minutes cut this series. I don't really.
Yeah, but I see what you said, but what you gonna put out there? It's either the double big or you go Deuce McBride, who
Yeah,
it seemed like one
yeah,
game he's a sniper and the next game he can't hit nothing. So
yeah. You have to try it. I just cause, but it's tricky though, cause you don't want your big man to get in foul trouble with Embiid. So it's just man, Mike Brown, he gonna have to, you gonna have to make some adjustments, cause it ain't gonna be easy.
yeah, it's not gonna be easy.
Philly
I
do
mean,
have a
Cat.
lot of talent at the top. That's the tricky part.
I say Cat definitely gonna have some fouls though. I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, bro, then the later get in the series, say you go to game 6 or 7, he'll get 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, he is that type. 3 fouls in the first or
Yeah,
before halftime.
it's a good matchup. It's a good series. I'm ready to see it. And neither team made Philly made the final since when, like 2000. Knicks ain't made it since like '99.
Yep.
So
for our
yeah, and then you got who? Cleveland and Detroit. So yeah,
Cleveland
I'm
Detroit is
I'm
gonna
look-
be Cleveland Detroit is gonna be a good series. I think we can move on like to that series. I think
well,
both of
no, we gotta
these.
go to
Which one we doing?
San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. I started that one and backed it
Mm,
up, but San Antonio and Minnesota. Ant-Man coming back after his hyperextension. We're gonna see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But how we looking for that one? How y'all feeling?
mm,
I'll start with this one. I love it and hate it at the same time because I love Wimby and I love Ant. I think series probably ends in like 5, maybe
wow.
6. I think the Spurs like handle this one personally,
Mm,
simply because of the injuries. Because especially, I think they're personally rushing Ant. I don't think Ant is like 100%. So if we're getting like a 80% Anthony Edwards, which he did not look good versus Denver, if we're
he had
getting
another
the
beat, bro.
80% Ant and Dante's hurt, Io was just
He ruled
sitting
out.
out, yeah, with a calf injury. So I don't. He's probably playing tonight, but it's still like I don't.
Who Ao they
Yeah.
ruled him out already.
Oh, if he's rolled out, then that's still more creation that's going to be put on Jaden McDaniels and the thing is, we just got to see Julius Randle step up, man. They not paying you all that money for nothing, bro. Julius Randle got to do something else other than try to like back down someone who's smaller than him. But in this series, I know
Mhm.
Wemby's probably going to be in the paint. You're
Yeah.
probably the second or third biggest person on the court. You're probably
Yep.
gonna be the third biggest person on the court. You're probably gonna
Mhm.
get put on Justin. What is his name? Justin Champagnie.
Edwards.
Champagne, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Champagne.
They like
He's
that
probably gonna
farm.
guard him. Devin Vassell may like take a shot. You're gonna be way bigger than these guys, so you're gonna have to do something. Like Gene, you're just gonna have to do something. And then the only bad thing about this is Wemby is gonna be able to camp the paint because Rudy is going to be out there. And defensively, Wemby's probably the best defender we've probably ever seen. Wemby's making the conference finals, man. We're seeing we're seeing a goat in the making. So Wemby's going to the conference finals, in my opinion.
Well, before I get into that series, I gotta give Rudy Gobert his flowers. I never seen him dominate a series the way he did versus Nikola Jokic. And I know that might sound crazy for a 4-time defensive player of the year, but you just haven't seen him dominate to the level that he did in the Nuggets series. Like what he did to Jokic, I mean, it is way worse than what Dwight Howard did to Jokic. And it was impressive. So I gotta give Rudy his credit. But this series, yeah, he is facing a totally different beast. Okay, so the thing about this series is I feel like Minnesota has a lot of confidence. The guys that won the game without AO, without Dante, Terrence Shannon, I like the way he stepped up, but of course Wemby, Wemby posed a totally different challenge. But Wemby's young, like he's not his full self yet, so I think he can be taken advantage of. And I think Rudy Gobert will do a pretty decent job on him. Wemby loves
I
to,
agree.
do a lot of dribbling, twirling, fadeaways. I think Gobert has a lot of good discipline on defense where he won't fall for a lot of those pump fakes. And I think Rudy Gobert can hold his own against Wemby. As far as on the other end, that's where it get tough. But you did touch on it. Spurs do like to play 4 guards with Wemby because he can cover up so much on defense. So Julian Randle gonna have to step up. And, he gonna have to hit his mid range. He gonna have to hit his
Exactly.
step back.
I think that he's the X factor for the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
The Spurs, I would personally like to see Fox have a better series. He did have a good game 5, but other than that, it was like I was really saying I would rather have Harper in there, like in some cases, other than Fox. So I
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Fox like really show out this series. It's gonna be hard because you got Gobert and probably Jaden McDaniels is probably gonna be guarding you too. So
When they put him on Wemby, McDaniels,
not no, they'll probably put
they gonna put
Gobert
Rudy
on.
on him.
Yeah, probably put Gobert on him, and then Jaden is probably gonna be on Fox. One of the guards, Fox or Castle. But me personally, I put Jaden on Fox. So it'd be
Yeah.
like I guess the switch would be semi easier for McDaniels to go on Wemby and then Gobert to play some perimeter defense. But yeah, I think the Spurs handle this. I ain't gonna lie. Justin,
In
what you
5
think?
games, you said?
5 or 6? I
5 or
give
6. So you think it's gonna be easy because game 6 will be in Minnesota if they do get to game 6, right?
yeah. I think this is gonna be
You
over.
think they'll close them out on the road?
Yeah, definitely,
Mm,
definitely.
I like Minnesota. I like 7.
Whoa, that's low key
And the
crazy.
reason I go 7 because I think after series get to game 5, 6, and 7, those Spurs, they have a bunch of young guys. And I mean, Fox never been this far before. Only person who's been this far is Harrison Barnes. And I mean, we know what he did in those final series. So I think because Minnesota has heart, like it's hard to kill Minnesota, man. They battle tested. They've been in series with Jokic, SGA, LeBron, Luca. Like they done seen everybody who you got, including Kevin Durant. So I had to trust Minnesota to get it done in game 7. And the reason I
Mhm.
go 7 is because, I don't know if Ant-Man will be fully Ant-Man tonight. Well, I think the Spurs will probably win tonight because I don't think Ant-Man, will be Ant-Man till game 2 at the earliest. So that's why I go Minnesota in 7.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I want to see it, but actually, I don't know if they go 7. I don't think Minnesota can survive. Actually,
Mm,
I just don't know.
mm.
That's a lot to ask.
A lot of X from who?
That's a lot to ask from an injured Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, who's of course the king of being inconsistent, and then I think Jaden McDaniels has been playing like really good, but he got to step up offensively too. That's a hard ask for real. Justin, what you think?
I think I'm gonna go with Spurs just because I mean, it seems like availability is already hurting Timberwolves, and we don't know what he's gonna be. They lost DiVincenzo last series. Ao missing this game.
Hmm.
It's just I mean, kind of like what y'all said about Philly. We look down the bench, you have to rely on some players to make plays, and I don't know Minnesota. Their guys are like you said, Cade, I mean, just like San Antonio guys are young. Minnesota, some of their guys haven't been in that situation. I mean, you got Nas
Yeah,
Reed who made plays, of course, but beyond that, I mean, Bones Highland, he's been on some good
definitely
teams,
Bones
but
Highland. Yeah.
it's like he hasn't had to play good.
Mm-hmm.
Teams he's been on, if he plays good, it's a bonus. He'll get some extra minutes that game. But now he might be getting meaningful minutes and need to perform. I just feel like the Spurs just have more guys that are consistently, one available playing. I mean, obviously, if Wemby goes down, that changes everything. But even still, I think I like Dylan Harper. He's one of my favorite rookies coming to the league this
Hmm.
year. I think he's been playing better as the playoffs been going. That's a great sign for a rookie. Stephon Castle, if he can get a jump shot, he's great.
Yeah, they'll
If
probably
he'll
want
take
him
it.
on Ant,
Yep.
so he gonna
And
have to hit a
then
shot.
Fox, I mean, Fox gonna give you what he gonna give you, but I think it'll come down to, Spurs having more guys that are, able to contribute in a big way. Not to say that won't be a close series, 'cause I think it does go 7, especially if Ant comes back. He's not just gonna go down
Hmm.
in 5 if he's healthy, he's not just go down in a sweep or go down in 5, I don't think. So, I think, and I mean, the team's not bad. Like, they have Julius Randle who can go for an ugly 30, but 30. Ayo, if he comes back, he's obviously proven he can do it. Nas Reed has had big playoff moments. So, I mean, they have guys that can do it and are capable. It's just, I just trust the Spurs more, honestly, and the home court advantage.
Hmm.
But now we get on to, I think these 1-4 matchups, which
Mm.
some are a little more, one's a little more, level than the other. We'll start with the more even one. Detroit versus
Hey,
Cleveland in the East.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that shot, man. I didn't like that shot.
Detroit versus Cleveland in the East, man. We gonna see the one man mission pretty much. Cade Cunningham. No disrespect to Jalen Duren, but and
Yeah.
Tobias Harris, who came up big in Game 7. But this is Cade's team. If he don't play well, we saw what happened when he come off the court. They got pressed like a high school team. Versus Cleveland, who didn't really have the best series against Toronto, but when you win a game, I mean, it's a 7-game series. You win the series and you go on to the next one to fight another day. So Jared Allen had a crazy Game 7.
He did.
Where do y'all think this series gonna
Insane.
go?
Okay, this is to me like a extremely interesting series because I think we can all agree both of these teams were disappointing coming into this playoffs. I think the Cavs should have easily handled Toronto. Going 7 games and almost losing to them should have never happened. And then Detroit being a number 1 seed and going Game 7, having to come back 3-1 to beat Orlando, extremely disappointing. So, me personally, I think this is where Detroit stops simply because I just feel like you're going up against a better offensive team that can capitalize on y'all not being good at offense. Even though I love Cade Cunningham, I just don't know how many series you can win with Tobias Harris being your second best player. I just don't. I don't know. And is Duran gonna show up? Duran looks, man. I remember seeing something like late March saying Jaylen Brown is eligible for a 5-year, $250 million contract extension if he make an All NBA team. If Detroit offer him that, I promise you, Detroit, y'all will never win a championship with that roster. Y'all will never go far with that roster if y'all offer him that. Because if I can get similar production for half the price in Wendell Carter Jr., who was outplaying you,
Yep.
I don't even wanna I don't even wanna talk about the contract situation with them. It's terrible. It's utterly terrible. I gotta get on my Cavs. I was extremely high on them coming into the
Mm.
playoffs. I was like, "The Cavs are coming out the East, da, 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 da." And what I seen from Donovan Mitchell scared me. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of the first times that I've seen Donovan Mitchell be a little iffy in the playoffs. Usually he's amazing, but in this series, I don't know like what happened personally. He averaged 23 points on 44-33 splits. Like to me, that's not Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
I think James Harden is gonna have a similar series to what he did against Toronto. They're probably gonna put a Sar Thompson on him, just like Toronto put Scotty on Harden and just shut down the pick and roll. And once that's over with, James Harden can't score if it's a wide open 3-yard free throw. That's all he got, man. James Harden he looks done. But
Yeah,
Evan Mobley was stepping up in this series. At first but he was stepping up, and then man, Jared Allen he's so frustrating sometimes because sometimes Jared Allen looks like a top 10 big in the league, and sometimes Jared Allen it's like, where are you, bro? I would rather you look like Clint Capella right now, man, and I'm talking about this one right now. I'm not talking about prime Clint Capella. You look where are you? So it's like it's an inconsistent team versus a team that can't score. This is gonna be a bloodbath.
Honestly, and
You got it.
Cleveland came in on the road.
Yeah.
Cleveland, yeah, they can't win
0-3
on
on
the
the
road.
road.
So I think I'm going Cleveland still, but this is my last chance with this Cleveland team, bro. If they lose this series, they need to break everything up. Trade Allen, trade Mitchell. You traded a 26-year-old for a 36-year-old. You just got to blow it up after this. I'm not gonna lie.
They gonna get
Yeah.
Bron.
I hear a lot of what you're saying, and I do agree. I definitely had to go with Cleveland here because Cade had to go Superman just to beat Orlando. And Orlando, they have talent, but Orlando is not Cleveland. Orlando won't be able to score, and put pressure on you the way Cleveland will. So I go with Cleveland probably 5 games. I think they should take him out in 5 games. Cade could get you maybe 1 game, but he's just a one-man army. He a one-man army at this point. Detroit built like
Cleveland's defense, and I thought Cleveland defense was better, but you can't stop Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
Why do I believe that you can stop Cade? Who's guarding Cade? Dean Wade?
D Wade, yeah.
Come
Put D
on,
Wade
bro.
on 'em.
Dean Wade, Max Strus, like I'm not,
Hey, and then on
bro.
top of that,
They are
I
weak on the
mean,
wings.
is Asar Thompson on Donovan Mitchell? How that's gonna look?
No, I
Yeah.
think
Then
Asar's
they might put him
guarding.
on Harden.
I think he's gonna guard Harden to
But
just
I
shut
thought they
down
had
that pick and roll.
another defender. What the Holland? Do Ron Holland start?
Holland barely get played time.
Oh, he don't get burned no more?
It has to be that the Norris
Somebody
Jenkins
told me that
dude.
nasty lineup would work, bro. Holland and Asar Thompson out there. I believe it was Mark.
That was not me. Hey, Chad, that was not me, man.
It wasn't Mark.
That was not
It was
me.
somebody, because I was thinking, like, you can't play Ron Holland
Yeah.
next to Asar Thompson. That'll be nasty. As Mark
That
loved to
was
say.
not me. But the thing is, though, I think they will put Asar on Harden simply because putting a big physical defender on Harden seemed to work in that Toronto series. They put Scotty on Harden that entire series. Well, once they started winning games, and it looked like Harden was either shooting a 3 or he was getting to the free throw line. Which
that makes sense though, because you can stop Harden from scoring, you can stop the pick and roll, you can stop the big man from getting involved. So,
exactly,
I mean,
because I'm fine with
sense.
I'm fine with Asar switching on any one of them bigs because those bigs aren't aggressive. So I'm fine with that. I don't know who would specifically guard D-Mitch, though. I don't know if I want to put Cade on D-Mitch because Duncan Robinson started. We know how he is defensively. So I don't know. They might switch up the starting lineup, but it's gonna be tough to see what lineup they throw out on there because I can see my perspective, but I can also see Justin saying putting Asar on Donovan Mitchell because you have in that starting lineup you have no one else that can guard Donovan Mitchell adequately. I don't want to put that on Cade. Duncan can't do it. Tobias Harris, Lord have mercy, and then Jalen Duren has to guard the big. Yeah, I can see either way, but I definitely got Cavs in like 6 probably. Dang, I'm talking myself into taking Detroit, man. Hold on.
That's what I'm rolling with. I'm sticking with Cade, man. Who I think had a chance to be, MVP. Obviously, we ran into a juggernaut of a season from SGA. Not, stuff like that happens over the course of history. Sometimes players just run into the wrong guy.
Yeah, run into the best player of all time, man. That's hard, bro.
Okay. Hey. Wow. Okay. Anywho, yeah, Cade. I think I like Detroit in 7. I think Cade can give me a couple games. I think we're gonna have some more big games from Tobias Harris and Duncan Robinson. Gonna have to learn how to throw a rock in the ocean sometime soon. Because last night he almost gave the game away. Let me think. Jalen Duren's gonna have to make plays. Like there's gonna have to, the supporting cast gonna have to play. But I think Cade can get them over the hump. Because Cleveland, I mean, to me, Cleveland isn't scary. I'm not really
They're not
wowed
scary
by them.
at all.
I don't think Jared Allen's gonna have a legacy game like that again. Um,
Who
who else?
knows? Wendell
He
Carter
might,
look. Hey man, we gonna talk
but
about
that
Jalen during one day.
there were off the court issues going on there too. I don't think we're gonna have the same problem. We got
I guess
I mean, mm, uh, who else we got over there in Cleveland? Like Dean Wade, Max Strus. I mean, we got guys that
Dennis Schroeder, Keon Ellis was out the rotation, but
yeah.
He been
So
dropping goose eggs.
yeah,
he's
yeah,
he been out the
Keon
rotation
Ellis,
Maybe
lately.
he'll probably get some Cade time. He might get some Cade time.
man,
He'll definitely
they ain't
probably
gonna
get
put him in the rim, bro.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, that's what Mobley for. You send him down there to Mobley, bro. Mobley get dunked on, take his
He gonna
DPOY,
have
bro.
3 fouls, bro. He gonna have 3 fouls. You can't be in help contesting every possession.
if Detroit had a little bit more space, I would pick them so
Yeah.
confidently. I just feel like the Cavs can just shrink the floor and
That's
say,
why I say Duncan Robinson got to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
but you see who you relying on, bro? Duncan and Tobias.
That's what I'm saying. It's Cade and
I'm
friends, bro. Cade got no
I'm
help out there.
I'm
Hey,
off
no.
that, bro. I'm off that.
I just done
I just
seen that
can't.
too many times, bro. You ain't.
Then the crazy thing is, Justin, I really want to switch my pick. I want to pick Detroit in like 6, but it's like I think Detroit can like out heart them and just be like
Mhm.
more physical than them.
Yeah.
I believe that, and that can win them games. But also at the same time, I don't need a crazy perimeter defender because Mobley is gonna be down. Mobley and Allen gonna be down there because I don't have to guard Asar. I don't have to guard Durant. I don't have to guard Stewart. If Holland get in the game, I don't have to guard him. Man, when Cade get out the game, how are they gonna? Oh my God! Actually, this is a tough series. This might be the toughest series we might go through, man. I'm gonna keep with the Cavs right now. I keep with the Cavs right now. I can see Detroit winning though.
I can't even see Detroit win. I think Cavs take them out quick in 5 games. I think Detroit to get one on at home, and I think they get, Cavs. I think Cavs will get them well, let me think, because game 5 would be in
Game 5 will be
Detroit.
in Detroit. Yeah.
Okay, so I go 6 then. I go 6 games since that 5 will be in Detroit.
I can feel that. I can see that. Now let's
Yeah.
go to my favorite
Yeah.
series,
We don't
man.
even have to talk
Let's
about the
go to
other
my
series.
favorite series.
That'll
What?
be a sweep. I mean,
Why we
it'll be
doing that,
a sweep.
bro?
Lakers
we
getting
doing that?
swept.
To go over my team.
The question should be, can the Lakers steal a game? That what should be the question. Can the Lakers steal a game?
So let's have like real analysis on this game. The Lakers, damn, this shit over with, dog. The Lakers, I feel like can take 1, maybe 2 games, especially since J-Dub is hurt.
Yeah.
We still have we gotten a timetable on J-Dub yet? I don't
They
think
say
I've
he
seen a
week to
report
week,
yet.
so they'll probably try to keep him out, really, if they don't need him.
Yeah. If I'm OKC, I would try to keep him out as long as possible against this team too. Hey, Kay, we might get some Jerry McCain minutes. Hey, man, we might get some Jerry McCain minutes. But
Mhm.
I think the only way we can win the series is if DeAndre Ayton plays like what he was drafted to do, which
They've been
that's
saying
just
that for 10 years, bro.
that's not realistic. LeBron looks old, of course. Austin Reeves doesn't look like Austin Reeves from those last 2 games we've seen. Rui looks good, but we're going up against a better defense, better offense, a way better offense, not even close. Shea by himself with us on the roster is probably a better offense than the Rockets.
I mean, but yeah, you said you didn't rock a year.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. Who is guarding Shea?
Jake Reeby. Oh, Smart back. Marcus Smart back. But you can't be having Marcus Smart. He's what, like 32, bro. You can't be putting him on SGA.
Marcus Smart is a good defender, but he's one of those gritty defenders that will probably get 3 fouls in a quarter. And then once Marcus Smart is out, who? Jake LaRavia, Luke Kennard,
LaRavia, and then who at the
Jared
rim?
Vanderbilt,
DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton, when he's motivated, could be a decent rim protector. Well, he's a good defensive rebounder. That's all we care about. I just don't know. I think this may be a sweep. We may get 1 if Luka come back, but I think I'm going 5 games.
Yeah.
We get 1.
On the series, no, I think out of respect for JJ Redick, I think the Lakers will get one game. JJ Redick, he pretty savvy. The thing about OKC is their offense, you can't stop their offense. They have SGA and they have a bunch of, spot up shooters without J-Dub. So JJ Redick probably bet on Lou Dort.
You don't believe in Chet?
I mean,
Chet
as an
could kill
offensive
this
creator,
series.
I mean, the Lakers are small, so who will be on him? What, LeBron?
No,
LeBron is
probably
old.
Aiden. We'll probably put Aiden on him.
Aiden got to guard Hartenstein.
I forgot about Howard.
LeBron
They're
got to
still.
guard
I
Chet,
forgot.
don't he?
Are they still doing that double lineup? I didn't really see it that much in
Yeah,
the
at
Suns.
least to start the game. He don't play like much in the first, but yeah, to start the game,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably. Brian
But
guarding Chet
I
is
think
nasty.
Aiden will play good this series because LeBron does give him the ball early. Like if you get Aiden the ball early, he'll lock in for a good bit.
Yeah, but he's also going against probably the second best defender in the
Yeah,
league.
Chet, he going against Chet. Chet can probably. Thing about the Lakers, they just can't sustain, any offense or defense. Like when they go to the bench, I mean, Brandon James, he's not ready yet. Jake LaRabia, I mean, come on. Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, these are just guys you do not want to be dependent on in the playoffs. And it's just going against this OKC team, they are an all-time great team. So I say the Lakers got here 5 games. LeBron will probably have. I did see LeBron was the last person to drop 40 on OKC, if that's worth anything, but Reed,
Hey
he will
man,
get locked up. When Austin Reed face a team like OKC, it doesn't look good. He's not athletic enough. He'll get clamped. They'll make him look like, the kid doesn't belong out there. It's just a bad matchup. The Lakers don't have the athletes. So I think, man, but out of respect for JJ Redick, I give him 1 game. I think OKC is thinking J Dub, we don't need you this year. You can rest. I don't think they need.
Hey, nah. Justin, before you go, and we can end off after this. I don't think the Lakers are as bad as you're saying, but I just feel like even if we have one of those games where we hit 15 threes and everyone's hot, I still feel like we can lose that game. Which when you feel like that, that's how you know something. We probably shouldn't be in this series, personally. I personally feel like I think Houston probably would have had a better chance against this team versus us. We're just a terrible matchup for OKC. We have no one who can guard Shea. Like no one. I don't care what y'all think about Marcus Smart. Who's the second line help after that? It's
That's
cooked.
what I'm saying.
Luke Kennard was good for the first 2 games, and man, I don't know what happened after that.
They
You
put Amen
mentioned
Thompson on him.
you mentioned Bronny James. That was a terrible. Come on, dude. You didn't have to do that.
That's the thing. Like you might have to try to actually put Bronny James out there to slow down SGA.
What? Okay, no, we'll just put Vanderbilt out there.
Look, you have to just start throwing darts at the wall. By game 3, JJ Redick gonna be trying everything, bro.
Okay, but the thing is, as a Lakers fan personally, I don't want JJ to start trying things because it's like at a certain point, we know we should not win this series. We know we probably shouldn't get a game in this series. So if we can just try to make it competitive with our top 8 guys, we should be straight.
Yeah,
At least try to be competitive.
You gotta throw darts at the wall because I mean, like I hate to say it, but like you won SGA sprained ankle from what? From being able to have a legit shot at winning the series. Like SGA sprains his ankle or twists his ankle. I mean, the Lakers have a chance, but you don't want to depend on injuries. I just don't see that happening.
Okay, even if that happens, I still think OKC wins. That's how bad it is, bro.
McCain to come out there shooting that thing.
Okay, Justin, what you think, bro? I'm not doing no McCain's.
It's gonna be over quick, bro. 4 games.
Yeah.
Well, I do respect JJ and I respect LeBron. I mean, without any sprained ankles, of course. I got the Thunder in 4. I mean, I don't think the Lakers will even get an offense going.
I feel like we can have a magnet ball game, though. I feel like we can have a magnet ball game where 15 threes go down. Marcus Smart with 4 threes.
I think y'all might have wasted. Well, I ain't gonna say wasted. I think y'all might have used y'all magnet games up, bro. I was seeing Marcus Smart hit threes off the dribble, bro. And he hit like 2 of them back to back. I'm like, nah.
was
The
looking.
Lakers, I mean, I ain't gonna say they overachieved, but they won the series, which is about what I thought they could do. They just a flawed team, with or without Luka. They just a flawed team.
Yeah,
So they're a
I
flawed
agree.
team running into an all-time great team versus an all-time great player. It's a good season for the Lakers. I had to run it back next year, see what LeBron do.
Hey,
But
don't give us that pity stuff.
nah, it's no pity. It's no pity. I mean, it just happens, bro. Like, you playing an all-time great team, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Magic Johnson facing some weak team like Dallas or something like that. Like, that's just how it is, man. You facing an all-time great team, you at their mercy. So,
Yeah, yeah, you're correct. I just feel like you
I mean,
throwing some
it's
shade at
no
the
shame
Lakers.
in losing to OKC. Like, OKC is everything that those stats say. I know a lot of people don't like their play style, but SGA, man, he has those guys humming right now. So I just think we'll end up seeing a SGA versus Ant-Man conference finals. That's what I got in the West. In the East, I have Cleveland. I have in New York, and Cleveland, New York. So that's my final four right there.
I feel that. I'm pretty sure we might have the same. We got the same East. I got OKC and the Spurs.
Mm.
I don't know if the Timberwolves will be able to sustain. I think if the Timberwolves can beat the Spurs, I feel like the Timberwolves can beat OKC as well.
Whoa,
Like,
whoa, whoa,
by
whoa,
your logic, if the
whoa.
Timberwolves can beat the Spurs, I feel like they can beat OKC as well.
Whoa. They
If
could
they
be
beat the Spurs, I'm
OKC.
betting them to beat the Thunder, even though I think Shea is the greatest player to ever touch this earth. But I
That's another thing too I didn't touch on. I mean, he can have a couple bad playoff games. You seen him, I mean, game one against Phoenix, he was off. And all last year he wasn't his regular season self. So I feel like that's something that could definitely happen. They can get their game, they can steal a game off of, SGA what? 25 shooting night, you know what I'm saying? Oh, 1 from 6 from 3. I think, yeah, that would be a pass. I mean, SGA he isn't a guy who has a great playoff game every night. So it's not a foregone conclusion that I think that OKC wins the championship. Even though I
so
picked them, I don't think it's a foregone conclusion.
so Shea, even though they swept easily, Shea is averaging 34 points,
Mm.
8 assists, and 4 rebounds on 55% shooting from the field and
And that's
34 from
crazy
3.
because he had an off game one. What did he shoot game one? So that's why those
Game
stats are crazy.
game 1, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Game 1, he had 25 points on 5 for 18. So
Yeah.
imagine just
That's
take
less
that
than
game.
30. That's like what? That's less than 33%. That's like what?
What?
28?
Hey,
And he
yeah,
got all the way back
yeah,
up to 55. That's crazy. That's crazy. He did have like a
because
14 to 18 game though.
because he's the best player in the league by
I
far. I
mean,
don't even
I
think it's
give you that,
close.
but he's not, like a LeBron who has a great playoff game every game. He ain't a jump shooter, so it was understandable.
Yeah, I think Shea is entering that category where he can't have like this crazy
Mm,
bad game. To me,
mm,
like even when he's having an off shooting, like the playmaking that he does, and plus he's a great defender too. So
yeah.
I
SGA,
don't
I mean,
think we
yeah.
have one of them.
He still has some proving to me, like that run he had last year. I mean, they won, but he ain't play up to his regular season standard. If you all time great player, you gotta at least, you can't be shooting 27% from three.
Which,
But
hey,
you
I
face some
agree.
Pacers this year. No Indiana Pacers in the finals this year.
I agree. Okay, one more question before we get up out of here. So you're saying that about Shea. Let's talk a little positive. If Shea wins this championship, where are you personally putting him in like your all time rankings if he wins?
If SJ wins the championship, I wouldn't put him over Curry. I wouldn't put him over Curry as an all-time great point guard. I wouldn't. I put him number 3. I put him number 3, right behind Curry and Magic. I mean, right behind Magic and Curry. And the reason I
Question
say
is he not
Curry,
already number 3? Not to interrupt. Is he not already number 3? Am I trolling?
well,
Who's number
he does
3?
have a strong case for number 3 because the point guard position, not too many MVPs and Finals MVPs at the
Respect
point guard.
Isaiah Thomas, bro. Respect
I
the
mean,
body
yeah,
of
I
Are
know
work.
we
he has one. You know what
serious?
I'm saying? 1990, but it's
Joe
just
Dumars
I haven't
better.
seen SGA. I have to keep seeing it. I want to keep seeing it. So, but I
Yeah, he
do
gotta
think
he
he
gotta
has
get
a
some
chance to,
years to it.
get into
Oh,
that top 10 mark. I do think he had a chance,
He can I mean, honestly, if he wins this year, he can start creeping into top
20. Yeah,
15.
5,
top 20
top
definitely
no,
if
I'm
he
saying
wins.
top 5 trajectory, I'm saying, like
Top 5 what? Oh, you're just saying in general.
So if he wins, you'll put him over KD?
no, I'm saying top 5 trajectory as in, like
You wouldn't put him over KD?
I don't know, man. I
that's
He'll
not
don't
what I'm
get in
know.
talking
that
about.
tier.
No, I'm
To
saying I'm
me,
saying I'm saying
if he
he'll go
win, he
into, like he wins this, he has a trajectory to
to be like a top
Yeah,
move
5
yeah.
up
player all
to
time.
top 5 all
Mhm.
time, like, as a lot, like, no
Yeah,
question to
I
that.
agree, especially with the team he has now. Like I don't see them
Mhm.
slowing down anytime soon. So
Mhm.
I would say without me being biased, I think Shea would probably enter that top 20, top 15 ish if he wins this year.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I think he'll be in the conversations with around like D Wade and KD probably. I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't put him over them yet, but he'll be in those conversations. And to
Because
me,
the
he's
body of work
already.
is so much too.
And the thing
Mhm.
is, even if he doesn't win another ring, the body, even I think if he adds 3 or 4 more dominant seasons like this, he will still be there
With
personally.
Nah, he
no
need
other
another
ring?
championship.
He need another
I think
champ.
he need
Why?
another because he beat the
Yeah.
Pacers. I mean, you gotta beat a better team than the Pacers, man.
Damn, we
The
They're
got to
supposed
be
to win it
Pacers,
this
dominant
year,
teams
they're
now.
favorites this year.
yeah.
I'm not. But the thing is,
I mean,
I'm
with
saying,
J-Dub back, I guess.
okay. So, question: where is Giannis and Jokic for y'all when they're beating Miami and
That's the
Phoenix?
thing. Oh, you don't want to hear
Under
my thoughts on Giannis and Jokic.
under
Okay, my
Kevin
fault,
Durant.
man. They're under KD when KD had to. Okay, for
Still,
sure, man, for sure.
KD
Yeah,
took that
that's why we can
motherfucker's
talk
ass.
about some. We can talk about that.
Yeah,
Like, where
I
would that put
understand,
SJ
man.
at if he win, or what happens if they lose? Because if they lose, then that means one of his peers will be in the finals, like SGA. I mean, either Ant-Man or Wemby will be in the finals. So
Yeah, either Ant Wimby or
Bron.
who's somebody. Okay, dude.
Brunson, but I wouldn't put those guys in there. But yeah, it
Yeah,
really just
Brunson ain't
Ant-Man. Like you can't let Ant-Man or
Ant
Wemby
Wimby
look
or
in and take
Cade.
over.
I
Ooh,
think
Luka will
Cade
be back.
probably, but
Luca. What about Luca?
hey, Cade, chill, dude.
What
Hey,
about Luca?
let's go. Hey,
Listen,
man.
but hey,
What what
real quick, before we get out of here, got some rapid questions to get off real quick so we can see where you guys' heads at. We're gonna keep these short, quick answer, maybe a sentence or two explanation, but other than that, keep it moving. Uh, y'all two going, and I'll finish up third. So best star battle around two.
best star battle around 2? I'm going Ant Wimby.
Wemby, I like that. You know what I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go Carl Towns versus MB. They play the same position. I'm gonna go Carl Towns and MB. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, K. I like that matchup. Plus,
Mm,
we got that history, so I'm ready to see it. All right, next we got who has the most pressure in round two.
the Knicks. I don't care. Pick a player from the Knicks. The Knicks have the most pressure. If they lose, they got
Oh no,
some
I'm in
real
team. Yeah,
things to do. Yeah, they got some real things to do.
I'll go Cleveland because I mean the move they made to send Garland away for Harden, that's kind of a win now move. And if you don't win again this year, I think they'll probably have to break something up, somebody get traded. So yeah, I go Cleveland.
I think the Knicks. I mean, you know how I feel about the Knicks. I think they came into the season. It was especially with all these injuries. It was a NBA Finals trip or bust. I guess we have to see what happens when they get there. But anything short of a trip there, I think
Yeah.
is a disappointment for them. I think this will be a quick one. Who gets put out of round two the fastest?
The Lakers.
Well, we should have said other than the Lakers. Other than the
And
Lakers, I
then,
mean,
next question, Lakers.
other
Lakers.
than
Next
Lakers,
question,
I'll probably go Detroit. Man. Detroit getting
Wow.
out of here
Okay.
5. I feel
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Detroit will be out there quick, man.
Which eliminated team needs the biggest offseason reset?
the round 1
Yeah,
eliminations, correct?
teams that got eliminated round.
I'm trying to think.
I'll go
Denver.
first since you can. Oh,
Denver.
Denver. Why you think?
I'm going Denver
I say Denver.
because they're mostly like over the tax. My fault. They're over the tax and they have no way to like wiggle around because Cam Johnson being your third best player because Aaron Gordon is turned it into like the next Anthony Davis with injuries. You just need something else. And Jamal Murray, come on, man. We need something better in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Houston because I just feel like Houston built their team to stop OKC. When OKC is not the only team in the West, so they need more than a point guard. I mean, they need another couple wing players. They need some shooters, and they also need a center who can play defense. Because Sengun I'm out on Sengun. Sengun, Sabonis, I'm out on him.
All right, I'm gonna have to go with a team that's already started, kinda sorta. Orlando, they got rid of Mosley. I think they're close to being a contender in the East. They just have the two things you don't need, a lot of ball stoppers who, aren't the most efficient, and a lot of utility guys who aren't the best shooters. I think you
Mhm.
have to, if you're gonna have ball stoppers, you need guys that are gonna be able to catch it with 2, 3 seconds on the shot clock and get it up. I think they gotta do something there, change their play style, one of the 2, but they definitely need to, make something shake. Then which round 2 series is most likely to go to game 7?
Detroit, Cleveland.
That would be a nasty 7, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Detroit,
That would be
Cleveland.
so many bricks, bro.
Yeah.
I have to go Wemby versus Ant-Man. I would love to see that in the game 7. They around the same age. So I like when that happens. Players they the same age. I like those legacy defining series. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, Kat, I think I'm about to go with that one. I mean, if you guys think the script writers are real, that would be
Yeah.
a great script. Wemby and Ant in game 7, it starts off Spurs hot. Ant might be, lagging from the injury, comes back, finish the series strong, and see where we at in game 7.
Yeah,
Let me
because
see.
before you go on, because a lot of those guys like SGA and Ant, like you can't let Wemby come in and take over your conference. You just can't allow that to
Mhm.
happen. That's my thought. You can't let Wemby come in and first time in the playoffs and he going to the finals.
That's a GOAT prospect, man. Like
Yeah,
you
that
can't
will
you
put him
can't
on
do
that
you can't
trajectory.
you can't do with GOAT level prospects. I think they said the same thing for Braun, bro. We can't let Braun do this, and Braun did it. So I think this is another Braun situation, dog. We just gotta let it happen.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
2 more
mean,
for us.
hold on, my
One more
bad. I
for
want to add
Grant.
something else.
Grant.
Yeah, you say he on this GOAT trajectory. I mean, you think about the all-time great centers. Kareem won a championship in his second year. Bill Walton won early. Of course, Shaq made the finals early in Orlando. So I mean, we've seen big men. Hakeem Olajuwon made the finals
Yeah, he made it crazy
in
early with Ralph.
86. So I mean, we've seen big men make it to the finals early. So I would like if women want to get into that convo, then you gonna have to show it.
All right, so 2 more. Which team is most likely to win game 1 and make or cause an overreaction across, the league, the media, whatever?
Of the 76ers. If the 76ers win, well, either the 76ers are, of course, LA, but I'm going to 76ers. If the 76ers win, they're going to be like, oh my God, the 76ers are just going to blow out the New York Knicks. And I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I agree with you too, man. They would let Philly walk in off that emotional game 7 and take game 1. Then it'll be a lot of you'll be able to hear pin drop in game 2 in the Garden. So I agree with you.
Yeah, for sure. We saw it happen when Atlanta won the game. We thought they were going, take over the series. So,
Exactly.
Sixers win this game, and this is the game that the Knicks supposed to win. They, like you said, can't come off an emotional game. This is when you kind of take advantage and water it down. But if Philly can win this game 1, that's a big steal anyway, regardless of overreaction or not. And then the final question: which player can swing a whole series that isn't a number 1 option?
I'd go with Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
He
I
can
like
swing
Rudy.
that series like he did last series. You won't see it in the
Um,
stats, but he definitely did his thing.
if I had to pick somebody, I'm going to trust in my brother one more time. I'm assuming you're saying James Harden ain't a number 1 option. James Harden can swing the series, man. James Harden can swing this series, man.
That's
I'm
the
gonna pick
first time
James
I heard
Harden.
that one.
I'm gonna pick James Harden, man.
And then I'm gonna go with Mikal Bridges in New York. I mean, he's old, some good performances right now. So he can get something together. I think that swings the series, no doubt. But he can also come back and, stink it up again, and we looking at a very close series because of that. So
Mhm.
but yeah. That's all for the rapid questions. Anything else for y'all?
Hey, man.
Nah,
Hopefully
that's
we have some good games tonight, man. That's all I care about. Hopefully we don't have no blowouts, and we got to stop watching by the third quarter. Hopefully these some good games. Peace out.